So we gusan nitan pa ka na tawamagas kat squamsen. No to is Nisu Wishawana, Director General to Federation of Aboriginal Nations of America. Akwani. Good day, family and friends. I am Two Hawks, Director General of the Federation of Aboriginal Nations of America. Peace be unto you. And I wanted to greet you in that language because I think it's an important part of why we are here from the Federation in support of Higher Ground International as representatives of the Aboriginal peoples that call these lands home before these lands were called home by the people who call these homelands America. And I know when I first heard about the incident, it kind of just struck me once again of the lack of, I guess, understanding of people have about themselves, because we know this comes out of this anti-immigrant, you know, pro-American sort of rhetoric that's going on right now. And when we look around and see incidents like that, we kind of think, well, this is really funny because everyone's an immigrant except us. Right. So how are you going to come and tell other people they can't be here when our people in particular are the ones who welcomed your ancestors when they needed help, when they came struggling, when they came out their hands out, when they were running from a war-torn country that was persecuting them, they ended up on these shores and they were given help. So when we see stuff like that, logically it doesn't make sense to us, and it just reminds us that there's a lot more work that needs to be done. And of course we look around this audience today and we see that there's plenty of workers who are ready to pick up the shovels and get their hands dirty. So we're very excited. So we want to say Katapatish thank you to you all for being here today to support Henrietta and the Urban League of Rhode Island and all of the fantastic stuff that's going on here. Of course we have to acknowledge our fantastic elders behind us, because in traditional cultures, and I don't care which direction you're coming from, you know, the clan mothers they're it. For us, they decided who the chief was. They decided when it was time for the chief to go. They decided when we went to war or when we didn't. So we have to honor our elders and our clan mothers. It's just part of who we are. So we need to make sure and do that as well. And lastly, because the theme of today's gathering is love, I want to share a word with you. It's Narragansett. And we share this. I just told it to my little daughter. She was here a little while ago. Polomoche. It means I love you. Polomoche. So if we could all just take a moment to turn once again to our neighbor and just say in the traditional language of this land, polomoche, which means I love you. Because we need to say it, speak it into existence, and then actually take steps to follow through with it. I do have one last thing I want to do before I go. I do want to share a song with you. It was written by Chief Daryl Black Eagle of the Pocasset Pokanoket Tribe. The name of the song is Iniski Tumpawag, because it means we still remain, or we are still here, or also translated, all tribes are welcome. Because there's two things we want to share today. First and foremost, we're still here, so remember all of that nonsense there doesn't make sense, because your people came here after people. So you should remember your own history. So we are still here the first time. But then Iniski Tumpawag, because this is now a land that all different tribes and all different nations have come to make a better way for themselves and a better life. So we honor that as well and say Iniski Tumpawag as well. Iniski Tumpawag, hey, Iniski Tumpawag, Pocasset Pokanoket